here we have Timber's Island for the Nintendo 64. This is my own custom-made box art for a Timber the Tiger Nintendo 64 title. Embark on the mystery of the Rainbow Jewel. And here it is on cartridge. Timber the Tiger finally makes his way onto the N64 in his very own title. Even though Timber already had an adventure on Diddy Kong Racing, because you can play the whole story mode as him. And the island in Diddy Kong Racing actually belongs to Timber. So you can't actually play this game. This is just a custom-made cartridge I created. As you can see, there's no game here. But I thought it would be cool to make an authentic-looking version of a Timber game on the N64 other than Diddy Kong Racing. Just imagine if this game actually came out for the Nintendo 64. What if it was released the same year as Diddy Kong Racing? And imagine if it was a platformer, where you can play as Timber the Tiger, and run around on the island, and trying to find the mystery of the Rainbow Jewel. Yes, the very same island you race around in Diddy Kong Racing. Here's the side label, and the back of the Nintendo 64 box. Diddy Kong's buddy, Timber the Tiger, has his very own island. And over the years, DK and Diddy, along with Dixie, seem to think they're the only ones that go on adventures. But Timber has a legacy of his own on his dinosaur island paradise. Timber learned how to have communion with the dinos over the years, but the disruption of a missing icon causes the dinos to go crazy. It's Timber the Tiger's grand quest for the Rainbow Jewel. Timber bounces high and attacks like a beast, and no evil foe can stop his roar. The adventure of 1997 has a name, and that name is Timber. Rareware, 1997. So a lot of my concepts here are giving him his own attacks to have. He's friendly with the dinos on the island. He's able to communicate with them, he grew up with them, you know. All of a sudden, the Rainbow Jewel has gone missing. Some villain, or for some reason, it fell into some sort of volcano or whatever, and Timber has to rescue it. It would have been great to see Timber the Tiger run around as a platformer star and have his own attacks like Banjo-Kazooie used to have, or Conquer the Squirrel. So speaking about the legacy of Timber the Tiger, I would argue he was one of the most popular characters from Diddy Kong Racing. And he actually got screwed twice. He was supposed to have his very own title before it became Diddy Kong Racing, and he was going to be the mascot for RC Pro-Am 64. I'm glad they changed it, but it still made it so that Timber didn't really have his very own game, although you can say that Diddy Kong Racing is a Timber the Tiger video game, because you can play that whole entire game as Timber. So really, Timber the Tiger did get one game, at least. Of course, there's Diddy Kong Racing DS, but whatever. So the second time Timber got screwed was when he was supposed to have his own platformer adventure game that was similar to this, my concept. And that was going to be the video game known as Dinosaur Planet. Timber was supposed to be the main playable character in this game, which makes sense because there's dinosaurs on Timber's Island in Diddy Kong Racing. But Timber never got to be the star of Dinosaur Planet. Dinosaur Planet moved over to become Star Fox Adventures. It's always been a mystery what happened to Timber the Tiger. And well, he pretty much got screwed over twice because he was supposed to have his very own game 2 times. So since we'll never get it, because Xbox doesn't give a fucking shit about the Rareware characters, at least we can fantasize about it, and at least we have my fantasy version of a Timber solo adventure right here. I mean, you can't play it, but can't you just visually see it in your mind, like a dream or your imagination? You can see him hopping around using his roar, unfriendly enemies on the island, in these obscure places on the island that you didn't get to fully see in Diddy Kong Racing, although it's the same island. And maybe he could have ran into Taj the Genie or whatever. You can see him interact with the other dinosaurs you get to see on the racetracks in Diddy Kong Racing, like the green dinosaur from the first level, or the red Triceratops villain. So this could have been a prequel to the events of Diddy Kong Racing, pretty much. This is all the stuff that Timber was doing before Diddy and the rest of his friends showed up on the island, and then all sorts of crazy shit happened in the storyline of Diddy Kong Racing. I mentioned at the top that Timber the Tiger is in fact friends with Diddy Kong. It's mentioned in the manual of Diddy Kong Racing. I make it very clear that Timber here is supposed to be a superstar, and he could have been in 1997. But at least Rareware never forgot the kind of star that Timber was supposed to be, which is why they honored him by making him the owner of the island in Diddy Kong Racing. I wish they showed that more in the actual game of Diddy Kong Racing, but hey, at least it's canon, right? At least they remembered that Timber is supposed to be special. Timber always reminded me of Purah the tiger from the Crash Bandicoot games. Although Timber does predate Purah by only like a year or two, though. Not to mention, CTR, or Crash Team Racing, is very similar to Diddy Kong Racing. Both are amazing racing games, and quite honestly, Diddy Kong Racing and CTR 1 are the two greatest kart racers ever created. And they're much better than Mario Kart, because the Crash Bandicoot characters and the Rareware characters are better than the Mario characters. So what do you guys think of my plot for Timber's Island? Would this have made Timber a star for a little while? Would he have been as popular as Glover? Or Blasto? Or Jersey Devil? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like and subscribe, and please hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my uploads. The 90s will still be alive as long as I am alive, giving a home and an expansion to the lore and the legacy of the amazing characters of Rareware and Diddy Kong Racing. Thanks for watching.